The second thing is about saying, what are the things we could do differently as AGs in pursuit of that particular goal? And we looked at two critical themes which we believe are relevant to all governments across the world, whether they are in the developed countries or developing countries, whether they are in the global north or global south. There are two themes. One is about infrastructure spend, and how do we get the type of work we do to ensure that governments optimize the spend that they allocate towards infrastructure. The second one is about human capital development. There's no country in the world that's not worried about ensuring that they equip their citizens with the type of skills that are relevant for the future, that allow them to participate meaningfully in their economies and also in life as citizens. So these key themes allowed us to have a focused conversation on what could we do differently as AGs in these key topics, right? So there are practical things we've taken on board, things like agreeing that it's a good idea to ensure that we drive real-time audits on infrastructure projects, key projects, so that we can give the type of recommendations that are timely, that are relevant, that can be implemented so that we improve the efficiency and quality of spend. The third bucket of our communique deals with the recommendations we will be making to our own countries around what they could do differently as they plan for infrastructure development, make sure that they execute their projects in a disciplined way, make sure that they have the type of maintenance plans that will ensure better resilience of the assets we do have in the ground, make sure that they collaborate and crowd in private sector investment as well, and get citizens to also buy into the role of supporting infrastructure development, but also the protection of existing infrastructure. So if I look at those three buckets, I believe that there are actionable things we can all do, and we really are able to learn from each other and improve from where we are.
I don't want to speak negatively about South Africa, but our municipalities are an absolute mess, with basic services not being able to be delivered to many South Africans. How difficult was it for you as the AG of South Africa to also paint the picture of the real reality here? I mean, you live that reality every day when you have to audit these municipalities, with majority of them underperforming.
Yeah. So maybe just a bit of context. South Africa's Auditor General is able to audit all three spheres of government. So every single public institution we can audit and are required to audit in law. We also have a particular mandate that says we must look at financial information, performance information, and compliance every single year. Now that gives us a vantage point that's not common to other Auditors General. Very few of them have a mandate like that. And of course, we also have the type of independence that's the envy of many Auditors General across the world. You may remember that the World Bank ranked us as one of two countries that they looked at that enjoy full independence. Where I'm going with this is that the work we do on local government or even on the other spheres of government must always be understood as being at the cutting edge of transparency and accountability. And so we have much to teach our peers, but as much as we are learning from them. So if I look at our local government, many of the issues are similar in other countries. Okay, maybe not to the same extent, but other countries are similarly worried about ensuring that there are enough skills and discipline to look after maintenance of infrastructure. They're similarly worried about ensuring that finances are looked after appropriately and that there's a requisite level of transparency and accountability. Specifically in this country, when we audit, and as you rightly know, we look at all of the governance arrangements within a municipality. We look at the role of the people running the municipality as managed by the city manager or the municipal manager. We look at the role of the political leadership as stated in law in terms of the role of the mayor and the council, etc. But equally, because we can audit all three spheres of government, we look at the role being played by the provincial leadership as well as the national leadership.